What is up? We are black, back, hot, and whack. What is going on? You already know what it is. It's the No, I Don't Know. Because it's hot than a motherfucker. It is. It's hot than a motherfucker. So shout out to everybody that's out there in the hot ass sun at the clown ass corporate plantation, trying to figure out what the fuck to do to try to get out the motherfucking sun. So shout out to everyone that's out there that's handling business. Shout out to everybody that knows what the fuck is going on and not running around here talking about, man, I don't see no motherfucking racism. Shit, niggas just need to start complying with the officers and then maybe that shit won't be happening. Sambos and coons, man. So shout out to them too. I mean, without them, god damn, what would we be? Oh, we would be great without some motherfucking Sambos and coons. So shout out to them motherfuckers too. Shout out to all my finessers. You gotta give it to them. It's a nigga right now sitting around the house figuring out how he gonna finesse a nigga out of some change and shit. That's that type of nigga that'd be like, hey man, can I borrow 50 cents? Nigga. All right, here man, let me get this dollar. Hey man, I'll give that 50 cents tomorrow. Then tomorrow, hey man, you got $1.50? Nigga, you didn't pay me my 50 cents that I gave you. Man, my bad, I got you on Friday. Then on Friday, hey man, can I just borrow like 10 bucks? Nigga, what? So shout out to them finessing ass niggas, because they do exist like a motherfucker. Shout out to all my hardworking people who know what it is to struggle in this world, don't have nothing handed down to them, but gotta go out, get up, and go earn it they damn self. So shout out to them, especially motherfuckers at the core plantation, because I already know how that shit feel. The shit is not fun at all. So shout out to them. And I want to send a special shout out to all the families of our melanated brothers and sisters who lost their life to lynchings, racism, white supremacy, race soldiers. So shout out to them, even though the dominant society is trying to cover it up, and that's what we're gonna get on today. So shout out to them, and much love and respect to their families, and good thoughts to them, because it must be a struggle, going through this unlawful process of trying to get one police convicted and do an investigation. So shout out to them. And to all you white motherfuckers who possess white fragility, guilty nigga, fuck out of here. I don't want to hear it. Sorry. Man, let's get into it. We got to get into it right now. I'm sorry. But man, I was reading this shit about Robert Fuller, who was found hung. He was found, hanged, or was hanging, from an object or whatever. But I'm going to just keep it a buck. Man, black folks don't do shit like that. Come on, man. And now all of a sudden, he's had mental health issues. Man, stop. The only people that got mental health issues is anybody that's a part of racism, white supremacy. So I don't understand why now, he had all these issues, man. See? And then you got the pandemic going on. See, they about to set people up for the woo-wah right now. Motherfuckers is thinking because it's hot, that fat meat ain't greasy. And motherfuckers think that because it's hot. Oh, well, they said that because if anything over 80 degrees, it kills the virus. Then why did everything spiking? So stop it. And you see more people out every day. As the days go, more people out. In my honest opinion, I think motherfuckers want this shit, so they can tell their little story, they can get some sympathy. And then there's a lot of motherfuckers that don't want this shit because they like, man, fuck that. I don't want that shit coming my way. So you got to deal with the pandemic, and then you got motherfuckers like Bill Gates and them talking about, well, we let the frontline workers and the black people get the vaccination first. Man, what? No, y'all niggas take it first. And then, matter of fact, where the goddamn FBI at to do this motherfucking investigation on Robert Fuller? But, we're gonna rule it a homicide. We're gonna rule it a suicide. Come on, man. Niggas don't kill themselves like that, bro. Come on, man. We gotta smarten up and understand what's going on. History has shown us that we don't kill ourselves like that. Matter of fact, we don't even really be killing ourselves like that. It be y'all motherfuckers doing it. Like as if they said tomorrow, everything that's white is black. So anything that's business owned, black people control it. White people will be jumping out the windows and hanging themselves for real. And they won't be hanging themselves from trees. They'll be hanging themselves from their windows. They'll be doing whatever they can because they couldn't fathom a world like that. So it's so easy to be like, oh, well, yeah, the nigga killed himself. Stop. But we so quick to believe this shit and believe whatever the fuck they gave us. They give us that narrative that we just go with it. And that's what I don't like. That's why I'm like, man, what the fuck? How a nigga just kill himself like that? And then, oh, after y'all concluded on y'all investigation, after y'all did y'all faulty ass investigation, that's the conclusion y'all came up with? Man, stop. Stop. Yeah, I'm about to see what they say. Let's play this shit. Let's see. Because you know motherfuckers want to play the motherfucking... Let's make sure they ain't playing no motherfucking commercials and shit. Because you know these motherfuckers always playing. Thank you. Don't play no motherfucking goddamn commercials. Shit ain't NBC, nigga. Fuck out of here. But I'm telling you right now, man, this is shit we got to look at. And the reason why I say we got to look at it is because niggas don't be killing themselves like that anyway. So for that to go on, I don't know. So let's see what they say.
Hanging from a tree in a public square in Palmdale, California. 24-year-old Robert Fuller was found dead across the street from the City Hall this week. His death was described as an alleged death by suicide by city officials. But the family, community, and state officials, they want an independent investigation.
Thank you. We do want an independent investigation. Y'all lying. Niggas ain't doing that, man. That's what I'm saying. Because if that was the case, you know when we was killing ourselves? When we was jumping off the boats and letting the sharks eat our bodies when they were transporting us from Africa to the United States of America Incorporated. Even though we were already here, but you know they went to go get more niggas.
Protesters came out to the park where he was found, and they want answers. The city manager said they're working with authorities to find any footage from cameras in that area. Officials say there are no city cameras in the public square where Fuller's body was found.
Wow. So it was no cameras. So let's just get into it. We're going to get into it right. Telling me it wasn't no camera. Lance family, the FBI didn't go in there and investigate that shit on no racist shit, even though you saw this white racist cop pull her over, damn near break her arm and fuck with her and the whole time and just be super aggressive for no reason. And then they put her in jail, and then they moved her to the back where there was no cameras. Then they found her. Hey, come on, man. That wasn't even in Sandra Bland's blood to me. That wasn't even in her mentality. If you looked at all her videos preceding that, stop. So now you want to say that this brother killed himself? Anything to just get rid of it, they don't want to be bothered. And like I told y'all can keep believing in this process and believing in the system and believing in the laws and all this other stuff. Yeah, know the law, but understand that the law's not there to protect you. It's there to protect them. Why, Warren? The people who wrote those laws were all slave owners, racist, white supremacists. So if you ever think in your mind that it's going to benefit you, you are sadly mistaken. So you need to pick up these goddamn books like Black Labor, White Wealth, I say it every time, and read them motherfuckers, man. And stop sitting up here and acting like you don't know what's going on after every goddamn YouTube channel probably telling you to read the shit too. I know I'm not. Don't just take these motherfuckers' word for it. Oh, well, they said he killed himself, so you know, that's what they said. Man, well, maybe we can go vote to change it. Yeah, vote, right? Do some sucker shit. Voting is participating in racism, white supremacy. Damn, Warren, why would you say that? Because you're voting for the lesser of the two evils. Both of them are white racist people who practice anti-black racism. So why would I go vote for Trump or vote for Joe Biden? Why would I vote for either of them? They both, when you give me a black agenda, then you'll get that vote. But see, here's the thing, is because we've been socialized and engineered that, oh, well, you can only change if you vote. If you ain't voting, then you need to just shut up. Man, stop. Because that's what a lot of older black folks say. And then when you try to say like, nah. Because they feel like, well, you're supposed to be doing it. No, you're not. No. The same people who wrote these laws and all that, the same people that are in cahoots with Monsanto's group, same people who gave us Roundup, which I used to use all the time, a long time ago. Then I kind of stopped, and I'm thankful that I fucking stopped because that black brother had cancer. They only gave him $200 million. He on his deathbed. You should have gave him $2 billion. You should have gave him at least $900 million, $500 million to take care of his family for the rest of their life after you knew all the shit you put in Roundup was giving motherfuckers cancer. Man, stop. Stop. Then you eat the oatmeal. Oh, Quaker Oats. Oh, it's cancer in that. That's causing cancer. So if they can't kill you with the food, hell, they'll just fucking lynch you. They don't give a fuck. And then guess what? Nobody's going to look into it. Why is that not on CNN? Why they not talking about that? Why is nobody bringing attention to that? They're bringing attention to that girl that they can't find on Glee or whatever. And I feel bad. I guess she passed away. I don't know what's going on. I understand that. But you know what? That's not our people right now. We got to focus on that. They ain't got shit to do with us. But they'll do anything to take their attention off of it and deflect and alligator roll you into some whole nother shit, and you worried about that. Then now they want to talk about the pandemic. Let me tell you something. The pandemic ain't going nowhere. So if you think that the pandemic, all these motherfuckers riding high on the stock and all, look, wait till it drop and they gonna buy everything for the low. That's a fact. Because it's gonna tank. All you motherfucking, I want to go buy a new home looking ass. If you was smart, you would wait and let this motherfucker tank and fall to the ground and then go buy a new home. Because right now it's not conducive to go do so. But if that's what you want to do, go do it. All you people that's out there that gets easily distracted by anything they put in front of you, because they put so much bullshit in front of our face that you be like, damn, man, like, well, can we get back to that issue? That's why even on Twitter today we were talking, and yet again we were talking about anti-black racism, the white Jewish community, and you always got people in the mentions jumping in there defending that. And then when you hit them with the facts, then they start alligator rolling and bringing up other bullshit and quoting articles. And then, like I said before, but they never quote a book. They never quote a book, but they'll quote articles and opinions all day. But when it's time for facts, you don't hear them. And my thing is always this. Why does everybody act like the white Jewish community is somehow, some way absolved of anti-black racism and benefiting from the slave trade and benefiting from slavery, period? One dude said, well, you can't judge a whole community just because about 10 Jews run the banking and all that. Yes, we can, because ain't nobody else saying shit about it. If it was black folks doing a whole bunch of other motherfuckers fucked up, they'll be judging all of us by those black people. So we're going to judge them by the contents of their character, and we're going to judge everybody else that's complicit in the bullshit. Man, what's going on, Shawty? I see you. For real. We're going to judge you that same way. That's why it's so easy. Why is that not trending? Why is it where's the celebrities at? Why is nobody coming out and being like, hey, man, we need to figure out what's going on, because it don't seem like this brother would just kill himself. No, because we too busy trying to apologize about what Deshaun Stevenson said or what he tweeted. He didn't even say anything. He just posted something on Instagram, and now they making a big deal about this shit. Almost to the point where it's like, well, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Man, come on, man. Let's get brutally honest with it. The Jewish community, the white Jewish community, has not been all that great towards black folk. It's just we don't want to talk about it because a lot of us are, let's say, beholden to them. Yes, Robert Fuller, the young guy that was lynched. Yes. In Palmdale. Man, stop. Stop it with the bullshit games, man. And acting like, oh, he just decided to hang himself from a tree right across the street from the courthouse. And y'all can't find no camera footage? Let a nigga kill a white bitch and see how fast they find the footage. Let a nigga kill a white bitch in the desert where it ain't no cameras. I bet you they pull up some camera footage then. They'll pull up camera footage from the satellites 10 miles above the earth. Oh, we have footage. Well, how y'all got footage? Ain't no camera footage out there. It's the desert. Oh, yeah, we pulled it from the satellite 10 miles above the earth. Damn, nigga, what? Yep, and there you are right there. Guilty, nigga. Throw the nigga under the jail. That's what they do to us. But when it's us that's the victim, which we're the victim of racism and white supremacy every single day that you wake up and leave your house, you are a prisoner of war. You're subject to their behavior and how they act, and they know it. That's why I don't give a lot of other racial group passes as well, because they condone it as well. And they'll side with the dominant society as well. A lot of these other racial groups want to be a part of the dominant society so bad, it's sickening. It's almost like, damn, man, you might as well just paint yourself white, because that's what you want to be so bad. That's why I've always been confused about other racial groups that come here with their flags and they wave them around, but then they act just like the dominant society. So do you have pride in your race, or is that just a front because really you want to mimic and emulate the dominant society and how they conduct themselves? That's what I would basically say. And the reason why I say that is because you see so many other racial groups. Look how they act. Where they at? Where's our so-called allies at? They done ruled this man's death a homicide. I mean a suicide. And you can't find, you don't know nothing. Man, stop. Oh, well, he had legal trouble. You know, he had mental health. Man, stop it. And a lot of it is because I see a lot of us, we are starting to read. That's why you go on Amazon and motherfucking books is going for the high. And I'm glad for that. But there are a lot of young people that I think they solely rely on YouTube or CNN or Fox or watching certain things. You can't just solely rely on that. That should be resources that you can use as references to go find the books, because a lot of these YouTube channels are putting out, I'm not the only one, I know, I watch other YouTube channels, so don't tell me they're not putting out this information for you to go get the books and read them. I just think we have lack of wanting to learn more shit. I think a lot of the times we so encapsulated in black celebrityism. That's why I don't get, like, man, I lived in LA. I'm from LA. I saw Jay-Z before he was famous. So I saw him when it was the Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, before Rock La Familia. It was the Jay-Z where he, right after he came out with Nigga Who Nigga What. I saw that Jay-Z and he was just a regular person. He said what's up and I kept it moving. It wasn't, oh damn, could I take a picture? Nah, because nigga, they human beings, they shit and wipe their ass and throw up and do everything that we do. So it's like, see, I think we take it out of context because we like, oh, it's a black person, and you see him on TV, you like, oh, because you want to mimic them because they got, but you don't know what type of lifestyle, and type of sacrifices they got to have to do that. That's why, in my personal opinion, I was just watching Beyonce and I just was like, she just seems like a robot. It seems like everything she says and does is rehearsed, and it doesn't seem authentic to me a lot of the times. And I get it, because you are amongst the elite of the elite when it comes to bread and money. So you can't say what you want and do what you want. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be like that. It's almost like our black celebrities are on the corporate matter of fact, they are on the corporate plantation. Because ain't no black celebrity came out and discussed how the Jewish community practiced anti-black racism on these movie sets and how they do us and how they treat us. Nobody's talking about that because they want to work. That's why I'm drinking a See My Shake right now. Sorry. Man, for real. You ain't lying. I'm like, man, and no diss. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think her sister's album is by far one of the dopest albums of the decade. It was very soulful, very humbling. Having Master P on there was smart, because a lot of people don't give Master P his props. And I just thought it was a great album. Look, first of all, when you looked in the elevator and saw how Solange acted, you could tell the bitch don't take no bullshit. You could tell. And you could just tell, like, she's not the one that you just gonna run up on and just be like, oh, no, that bitch gonna be like, man, what the fuck? You could just tell the difference. And it's no diss. I've never really been that, oh, Beyonce, hey, cool. She good, she cool to look at, but not in that capacity where I'm losing my mind. Nah, man, nah. You know what I mean? Because I watch a lot of things, and when these people get into these upper echelon categories of bread, they just, some of them become automatons, and it's kind of like frightening because you're like, damn, what the fuck? Because everything is so rehearsed. And that's why I'm like, man, I don't want my people to be that way. And I don't really want black folk to get caught up in celebrityism, because look at these black celebrities. Not one black celebrity has come out and backed Ice Cube yet. Nobody. I'm waiting. Now, Ice Cube done put everybody in the game, but nobody has come out and been like, you know what, I stand with Ice Cube. We may not agree on everything, but I stand with my brother. I'm not going to just let y'all attack him like that because everybody's so afraid of losing whatever the fuck they got. It's just like on the corporate plantation. When you're on the corporate plantation, most people are not going to speak up for equality. Most people are going to run and fucking hide. And the majority of them are the dominant society who ain't doing shit but in the bathroom freebasing, doing black tar heroin, while all the black folk is out there working their asses off. That's what normally happens at the corporate plantation. That's why I always used to say this joke, you know, with podcasts last year. I used to always be like, man, your supervisor could be on Las Vegas Boulevard in Owens, living there, right across the street from the gravesite, and then shave their beard and put a halfway decent suit on and walk in there and be your supervisor. And they'll hire that motherfucker. And he or she can literally say, well, yeah, I'm homeless. And they'll still hire him. Oh, he or she, they're great. They have so much experience. Well, what was their last job? Oh, well, they haven't been in work for a couple of years. So they haven't been in work for a couple of years, and you just pass up all these black folk, because that's what happens. That's why I know anti-black racism still exists. I don't care how many white people marching with you. Black folks have no allies. We have no friends. Because if we did, then why ain't nobody in these major corporations throwing these motherfuckers under the bus? So you mean to tell me all these white people at the corporate plantation and they all just straight laced? Nah, I don't buy it. It's crooked and vile and devilish. The dominant society is on these corporate plantations. Stop. Not when there's major money on the line. Nice try. And that's why I know when it comes to our boy Robert Fuller, that's not a suicide. They killed that young brother, and I know they killed him, and they just gonna rule it out as a homicide and rule it a suicide, just so because they don't feel like being bothered. That's why. Because if they do rule it as a homicide, they already know what we gonna think. White people killed him. So that's why instead of them doing that, they'll just be like, oh, well, it's a suicide. So now we don't have to be bothered with it. And then what ends up happening is this. This is what ends up happening. We forget about it and we move on. Because we're such an instant gratification, I would say, error. This era is just instant gratification. Don't nobody want to wait, nobody's patient, and nobody takes the time to research nothing. And I get why nobody takes the time to research nothing, is because most people don't care. They don't look. That's why the internet is so prevalent. That's why people would rather go on Instagram and go on Twitter and go on YouTube and get their knowledge than go read a book. They won't reference nothing nobody's saying. They take everything somebody's saying for law. Don't take what I'm saying for law. Go get the books and read them. Don't take what I say. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people think that what they say is law on here. And what I say is not the law. That's why I tell people, no, I don't know. So go get the book. So, you know what I'm saying? So you can put me up on the games. Maybe I mistranslate some shit. I don't know. Go get the book. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. But I want people to go get books and read them. I don't want people to be no automaton. I want our black celebrity, if you're gonna be a black celebrity and they want you to kind of speak, educate yourself before you just start running your mouth. As Deshaun Stevenson said, not Deshaun Stevenson, but Deshaun Jackson said, reposted that shit, and then he came back with the apology. All he had to say was, if I offended any race, I am sorry. But I am going to tell you this. I've read a couple of books, and from the books that I've read, the white Jewish community has not been the nicest people to black folks. I'm just sorry. this is what I read in the books. If somebody can give me some other books to read, I don't mind reading them and we can have a dialogue. Spending it that way would have been perfect, but not just apologizing like as if everything you posted was just all lies, you know, because that dominant society, white Jewish community, they want to absolve themselves of any wrongdoing when it comes to the transatlantic slave trade. And then when they want to argue and fight with you on Twitter, and then when you keep bringing up facts, they keep bringing up motherfucking articles and shit. Like I keep telling you, I said, why you keep showing me articles and I'm showing you pages out of a book? Oh, well, those white philosophers, those white authors, they took that and they ran with it, and that's not true, and all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, so everybody lying then. So all the authors in this book are just lying. That's what you're telling me. And the motherfucker was like, you can't blame one race, you know, you can't blame one race for 10 people running. Yes, we can. I am. Every time a nigga do something wrong or do something out of pocket, what they do? What they do? Flash it all over the news, put it all on every other thing you look at on TV. They gonna look at what they did to R. Kelly. Nobody is still holding the dominant society responsible and accountable for making and vilifying R. Kelly for some shit we knew a long time ago, but with Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein, nothing. Now the Jeffrey Epstein shit, yeah, they put it on Netflix, fine. But that Surviving R. Kelly shit was on prime time television. So stop it. My younger cousin was found in the trunk of her own car a couple years ago. Philly PD said it was a suicide too. Man, first of all, Shawnee, man, I don't like hearing that shit. See, I'm about to get angry now. That's some bullshit. Just like that young, so RIP to your cousin. And may the spirit of Ogun and Jean-Jacques Dessalines take breath in somebody's body and go after those police that act like it was a suicide. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to say that shit. But we gotta call on the spirit of Ogun. We have to get Dirty Bookman, Mackendall, Jean-Jacques Dessalines. We gotta summon those people. That's why I want to go see an ancient voodoo priestess. Put a protective spell around me so motherfuckers try to do hard, especially these other racial groups. Because how you gonna be found in a trunk of somebody's car and talk about it's a suicide? So a motherfucker just gonna get, man, stop it. See, that shit man, I don't like that shit, man. Because it was a young sister in Chicago who was at this party in a hotel, and all of a sudden they couldn't find her. She went missing and she was in a freezer. Man, stop it. And they was like, oh, well, she just walked in the freezer. Stop. Man, R.I.P. to Tanika Ballard, man. R.I.P. I don't like that shit, man, Shawnee, man. I wish you'd have told me that a long time ago. We could have talked about that shit. And I get it, that's your folks, so you know you kind of don't want to put it out there, but man, R.I.P. That's fucked up. And I believe you. I know. I'm about to look it up right now. You know I am. I'm about to look this shit up, and I'm about to put her in my mentions. For real. I'm about to look this up right now. Yep, it came. Hold on. Wow. Here's images, but I want all. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Was it in Mayfair? Let me know where it is. I'm about to look it up right now. Yep. Damn, hold on. I'm about to play this real quick. So yeah, we got to listen to this. I'm definitely about to play this. Hold on.
We have a body in Mayfair.
Here we go.
Philadelphia police are trying to unravel a mystery over the discovery of a body in Mayfair.
A mystery? That's a murder, motherfucker. You see now, do y'all see how the news play it? A mystery? What do you mean a mystery? Let that have been a white motherfucker found in the trunk. They wouldn't have ruled that no suicide. Man, they would have been searching every nigga in Philly. Man, they'd have been knocking on motherfuckers' doors. But since it's a sister, a murder mystery. A mystery. Not even a murder mystery, just a mystery. Stop.
Fair this afternoon. They found that body in the trunk of a car. Live at police headquarters is Action News reporter Dan Cuellar. Dan, what's the story here?
Well, Jim, it's a terrible tragedy that remains under investigation tonight. The family had reported her missing and feared the worst. Today, their worst fears became painfully clear.
I just want them to get her out that car because she's hot. She don't like to be hot. She don't want to be hot. She want to get out.
The shocking circumstances assault a grieving mother's sense of reality. How can it be that her daughter's body is in the trunk of a car here in the 2500 block of Leon Street?
And you see how they shoved the camera in her mom's face, and she's distraught. She didn't have time. They could have asked for a representative. You see, they do that on purpose. And from me watching news outlets after news outlets, they do that to show the trauma and confusion on a person's, because you don't know what to say. That's somebody's daughter. That's her daughter. So what is she going to say? And then if she says something out of context, they run with it. So it's like, well, why wouldn't you wait? Why wouldn't you ask to speak to someone, even if she did agree? I feel like the news, they don't do black folk a service. They do us a disservice by a lot of times shoving the camera in our face, editing it in such a way. She didn't even get her words out. She just kept saying, I want to get her out of that car. It's hot. And then they just flip to something else. And it's like, they always doing us like that, man.
A few blocks from her home in Mayfair, her beautiful daughter, Tanika Ballard, was only 23 years old, not even in the prime of her life, and the mother of a 3-year-old little girl named Male.
Her daughter's 3. She would never do that.
Thank you. Say that again, sister. See, they should have put the camera on her the whole time. Man, I was thinking the whole time, you got a 3-year-old daughter? Man, you're not doing that. No black mother that's in her right mind is going to go get in the trunk of a car and kill herself, and she's got a 3-year-old daughter. Stop. I'm talking about that just doesn't, no, stop it. That doesn't even make sense. See, I didn't even know that. Stop. Man, Shawnee, I wish you would have showed me. I wish you would have put me onto this a long time ago. I would have been played this shit.
And to find her car at eye view, right around the corner, it doesn't make any sense.
Thank you. That means somebody murdered her, put the car with her around the corner so it could be found, just like they did. And let me just talk about this. I was watching something on I'm glad you brought this up because I've been forgetting this for the last couple of podcasts. I watched it last Sunday. Who all got Netflix? Go on Netflix and watch Unsolved Mysteries. There was one about this brother. I'm blanking on his name. But this brother, I think his mom was like Native American and he was black. And they grew up in Missouri or Kansas or somewhere, a real racist state. And he went to a party with a whole bunch of white boys. Well, he already had got into it with a white boy because that's calling him nigga. So all the other white boys kind of like left. One white boy left. Oh, I'm going to go get cigarettes, and I got lost. And then he got lost, and then he called back and said, hey, I'm going to just go ahead and head home because I got lost. But the black brother rode with them to the party. So after he rode with them to the party, you know what happened next.
After Ballard went missing back on July 6, her family put out flyers around the neighborhood. The flyers had her pictures and explained that she was last seen driving her white 4-door Chevy Cruze. The family filed a missing persons report with police on Monday. Around noon today, family members spotted her car.
I got out and checked the license plate, and as I did, I noticed something coming from the trunk of the car, a bad smell, rotten. And then it was my sister.
Police know what happened. They know what happened. They know exactly what happened.
would later confirm it was Ballard's body, that there were no signs of foul play, but that the medical examiner would have to determine the cause and manner of death. Her mother says her daughter had been depressed, going through some changes.
Bad relationship she had, and like stressing, like she lost her apartment, she was ready to lose her car, like she was going to lose her phone. She couldn't pay nothing, so she was stressing out, and she didn't want to be here no more.
But family members were in disbelief, trying to dredge out reasons out of the shadows to explain away the very painful possibility that Ballard may have taken her own life.
It wasn't her. It wasn't her just.
No, that was nothing. She may have been going through some issues. It may have been some trying times, but she had a 3-year daughter. If you have a 3-year-old daughter and you're black in white America, it is tough for you. But she seems like she had, you could tell, she had a good support system, and maybe it was tough on her, but not tough enough to go get in the back of a trunk of a car and just say, well, fuck it. No, I don't believe that at all. And then your car mysteriously pops up. No, after y'all file a missing report, no. That's a motherfucking lie. Somebody killed her.
To just disappear without giving us any kind of contact.
But this is all now in the hands of police. The car will be carefully examined by investigators. The ME will conduct an autopsy to determine if this was a homicide or something entirely different.
Man, stop it. They murdered your cousin. R.I.P. to your cousin, Shawnee. Straight up. They murdered her. And that's some foul ass shit. That was her sister. Yep. It's a lot of stuff I can't say. It says no foul play on her medical report. Suicide. Stop. 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 Yeah, you ain't got to say nothing. I'll say it for you. The people who killed that young sister, young, beautiful, vibrant sister, were in cahoots with the police department, and that's why they ruled it a suicide. It's all connected. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't trust these motherfuckers. I'm going to tell you that right now. They know exactly what happened to that sister. And then you notice in the very beginning, they put her mother up, and her mother's distraught. I'm not saying the sisters weren't distraught, but the mother was very distraught. And they just, I know how they do. I know how the news do people. And they just shut the mic right in somebody's face. And could I get you a comment? And then you don't know what to say because you got so much going on. And then I like that other sister with the short hair. She was like, no. You don't just go missing and all of a sudden your car pop up. No, stop it. Stop. Stop. Just all of a sudden, y'all file a missing persons report, then all of a sudden the car comes. Nah. And the reason why I'm saying stop, hey, let me tell you something, man. That shit ain't cool, man. I don't like that type of shit. Remember that young brother, I forgot his name, who was found rolled up in a wrestling mat? And then when the mom went to go claim the body, his organs were removed. And then those 2 white brothers who knew what happened to him, their dad is clicked in with the FBI. So that's why that case was never pursued. Come on, man. Man, look, the police, law enforcement, they have a history of doing this stuff. So that must have been, I'm telling you, that was a murder. I don't care what nobody say. Just like what happened to Robert Fuller, murder. Man, I wish you would have burned that shit up a long time ago, because I would have did a whole podcast on that shit. For real, man. Nah. Those are things that we need to be talking about. That young sister was murdered. Just like Robert Fuller. These young brothers and sisters are getting lynched, murdered, stuffed in cars. I know that's what they doing. Harvesting the organs. I'm telling you, making it look like, a suicide. I hope y'all check to make sure she had her organs, because y'all don't know what these people doing. This young brother was stuffed in a wrestling mat. And then these 2 white motherfuckers act like they didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then you start digging, and they dad is in cahoots with the fucking FBI. Just like George Zimmerman, when he played a rogue security guard and basically told the 911 dispatch they always get away with. He's talking about black folk. And then shot that young brother and killed him. Talking about he was in fear for his life, to stand your ground law. And then he's connected because his dad or uncle was a judge. Man, this shit is all linked in, man. These people don't give a fuck about us. That's why, man, fuck all that. Oh, well, they gonna do an investigation, all right. And like I was telling you about that young brother on Unsolved Mysteries, which relates to what happened to your cousin. This brother goes to the party. They leave him. All the white boys leave him, even though he had just got into with a white boy there calling him nigga and shit. The young brother never went home. So the mom, somebody called and was like, hey, is such there? And she was like, yeah, let me go get him. She go in his room, bed made up and everything. She like, nah, he ain't on. And she was like, and they were like, oh, well, maybe you must spend that at somebody else's house. So she started calling all the friends, like, where's my son at? So she called her son. She called, his brothers, everybody, like, my son is missing. Call the police. They like, oh, you got to wait. Giving her the runaround. Then right away, because of the city that they were in, it was a very hick, racist town, the FBI got involved with it immediately. So then, after the FBI gets involved, they're like, oh, we can't find the body. We don't know what's going on. Now, y'all listen to me. This was on Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix. We can't find a body. We don't know what's going on. Just a missing person. Maybe he just wanted to get away, making up all his excuses. Now, he had one black friend. Now, the black friend, he checks one of his white friends, like, why would y'all leave him at the party? Now, as they're interviewing the white friends, these white friends, they not crying. Only one white friend cried. One. All the rest of them, like, yeah, man, I just don't know. But one of the white friends was like, yeah, when we started talking to other people at this party, they all started lawyering up. When the FBI came, what you need to lawyer up from if you ain't do shit? Because all those white people were on code. And when I watched it, I said, that's being on code. So then the family goes to this, I forgot what town it was in, but go look on Netflix. It's called Unsolved Mysteries. It's like the 5th or 6th episode. And the family gets out there and they're like, well, we're going to look. So the sheriffs are like, we don't think that's a good idea. But then I think the sheriffs let the property people know, they were coming, and they let the town know. And then guess what? Guess who found the body? The family. Now, how is it he been missing for a whole month? This nigga was missing for a whole month. Then all of a sudden, they find the body in a ravine, like on a property, but it looked fresh, as if he was in a freezer the whole time, stuffed. It wasn't decomposed and all, you kill somebody, you just put them in the freezer and freeze them, it's not gonna thaw out, so it ain't gonna have time to decompose. And then when the older brother found him, he said, how is it we not the FBI, we go right out there? Because they placed that body right there. They killed your brother and they placed him there. Just like that sister, just like her. I'm sorry. Just like your cousin. I'm telling you. R.I.P. to Tanika Ballard. Gone too soon. That's fucked up. May the spirit of Ogun and Jean-Jacques Dessalines and Dirty Bookman and Mackendall take breath in someone's body, and they do to them what the Haitians did to the French. That's all I got to say. And y'all know what they did in the revolution. Sorry. Because that's bullshit. They know what the fuck happened to her. Stop it. Just like Robert Fuller. Come on, man. What you mean he hung himself? How? Stop. But a lot of the reasons why that shit goes on is because we don't read, we don't research, we take whatever law enforcement's word for it. I think a lot of the times we have this mentality like, they'll handle it for us and they'll do it. Nah, you got like that one family was like, well, we going down there and we gonna find our family, our brother. And that's why they put that body out there, because they know that black family wasn't gonna stop. And see, all those white people were all on code. And all his white friends, gone. Only one friend cried and said, I should have never left him at that party, and I would have been fighting, because I think he knew what happened to him. He got jumped, they beat the fuck out of him, and they killed him, and they stuffed him in the freezer on that property. And then they ended up getting evicted, and then all of a sudden, nobody knew what was going on. Stop it. We need to be mindful of who our friends are and who our enemies are, and understand that black folks have no allies. We ain't got no friends. You better listen to Dr. Claude Anderson. Motherfuckers try to tell me that on Twitter. I said, according to Dr. Claude Anderson, we don't have no allies and we don't have no friends. And this motherfucker was like, oh, well, I don't believe. I said, well, good for you, because I believe what the fuck he talking about. Because he's about the only motherfucker I know that's talking some sense, besides all the other great elders like Professor James Smalls and Dr. Kaba and, Dr. Phil Valentine. I'm just talking about on the issues of economics and how it relates to black folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Y'all don't think that shit ain't by design? And y'all still in court about it? Man, that's some bullshit. Of course. You know why you in court. See, just drop me little hints. I'll take it from there. Let me tell you why y'all in court. The reason why y'all in court is because they want it to go away. If it goes away, it won't be no problem. Oh, what's going on? Cheryl Carter, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. I'm disgusted by the finding. They need to show the autopsy. From what I've read, the tree had no marks on it, no bark removed. So how does anyone climb a tree and not mark it up? Mark it up. You're right. Shout out to Cheryl Carter. My bad. I saw you. I was just trying to do so many things at once. Man, shout out to you. That's a fact. Hey, and I was thinking the same thing. Look, these are the same instances. What happened to our sister, Tanika Ballard, and what happened to Robert Fuller? That's the same parallel. So you mean to tell me this sister, beautiful sister, beautiful daughter, good family support system, is gonna go find a car, climb inside of it, close it, and just be like, fuck it? And that brother is just gonna climb a tree and fucking tie a knot. Nobody's watching him with this rope, and then put it around his head, and then kick away the chair, and then that's it. And nobody knows what's going on. So shout out to Cheryl Carter, man. That's a fact. You ain't lying about that shit. I see you, my bad. I didn't get to you sooner because I was reading some other articles about this sister. You know, like how do you even spin that? I guess they think black folk are that dumb that you know a person. Like I said, if a motherfucking Warren come up missing, y'all motherfuckers better not be talking about no motherfucking, oh, well, Warren was straight. No, you better, no, hell no. Them motherfuckers got his ass. And fuck a goddamn candlelight service too. I'm like Nipsey Hussle, y'all niggas better ride for me. Shit, y'all motherfuckers be like, oh, no, that's foul play. Fuck all that. Because they quick to do that shit too. Talking about it's foul play. And then y'all still in court. And let me tell you why you still in court. You're still in court because they just want y'all to go away. They just want you to go away. Just like Sandra Bland, they wanted her mom to go away. And her mom kind of settled and they always implement some type of bullshit police reform shit, when really all it means is we gonna take this racist cop and put him over there and then remove him and put another racist cop there. That's all. That's all reform is. That's just some bullshit. That doesn't help with anything. That's why I can only say so much, but my aunt has the baby. Man, tell your family, man, I got nothing but love for them. I'm going to be shouting y'all out a lot, man. Shout out to that family. Last name is Pittman, right? Shout out to them. I'm going to be talking about them probably the podcast tomorrow as well. I don't like to hear that shit because I feel like it's close to me because shit, hell, we've been dealing with each other since I started this podcast. So it's like, man, that ain't cool, man. And it bothers me because how could you still be in court when you know there's foul play? I think the police is involved in it. Show this to look, matter of fact, send this to all your family. I'm with you. Niggas out here in Vegas, and I'm going to keep speaking up on that shit. And them corrupt-ass police and playing this bullshit game and deflecting and basically trying to keep you tied up in litigation and in court. You know why? So you get tired and you don't want to fight. That's the whole name of the game. If I could just keep these niggas tied up in court and keep alligator rolling, they'll get tired and they won't want to be bothered, and then they'll just drop it and go away. That's what they do. I know what they do, man. I know what they do. That's why they love niggas to kill each other. Go ahead and kill each other and hate on each other. Man, let me tell you, the police department, they'll drop niggas off in the wrong hood. If you from a certain hood, they'll drop you off in another hood knowing that y'all don't get along on purpose. That's how they do niggas. So I know they're not gonna investigate that thoroughly. How they gonna investigate it thoroughly when they are corrupt themselves? No, you all good, man. My bad, Juan. I never put my person on the internet. That's why I never. But nah, man, that's something that needs, because you never know. It may be somebody that, you know what I'm saying? Listen, like Tamisha, she out there in New Orleans. Boom, she can spread the word. And then we can spread the word out here in Vegas. And then somebody else, y'all can spread the word. Man, spread this shit. Send it to your people so that, man, they can send it to other people. I don't care how long ago it was. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit, man. Ain't nobody jumping in no trunk and closing the trunk, man. Stop. You basically treating us like we some dumb motherfuckers. Like we just gonna go with the okie doke. Come on, man. I wish a motherfucker would tell me that one of my siblings or my cousin just got in the trunk of a car or climbed the tree or hung himself because he was having mental problems. Man, stop it. Man, come on. Exactly. Of course, you know what? It should hit home. It should hit home. You know why? Because you know. Look at what they did. That shit is still going on. And look at Robert Fuller's whole situation. Oh, we ruled it a homicide. We ruled it a suicide because he had mental problems. Okay, so let me ask y'all this. So when Harriet Tubman was freeing the slaves, I'm pretty sure it was a whole bunch of motherfuckers that had mental problems. Let me tell you the only mental problem niggas had. Being a Sambo and a goddamn mammy and a coon. That's what they had. And that's why she had to carry a motherfucking gun on. She had to carry that thing on her because niggas was so traumatized by being on the court plantation and not want to go be free. She like, well, nigga, you done already seen me. So either you roll with us or I'm fucking black. I'm nigga, you gonna be the next dead motherfucker. That's the only mental health issue that black folks dealt with, being a goddamn Sambo. No, don't trip, man. Nah, that's what this shit is for. This shit ain't for not to be talking about that shit. That's what this shit is for. You know anybody, man? Nah, you should have been told me that shit. I would have been talking about it. That's okay, because I'll be talking about it tomorrow too. I'll still be talking about that shit until y'all get justice. What does Nelly Fuller Jr. say? If you're not trying to replace the system of racism, white supremacy, and establish a system of justice, then what are you doing? What really are you doing? Because you're not doing it. You're not doing nothing to fight. How can you fight the good fight and you just, you know, and that's why I try to tell black folk, stop being caught up in celebrityism and black celebrityism and, oh, well, that's this person or that's that person, or, you know, and then expecting them to speak on behalf. No, they are tied in to the central banking system just like we are. But I think we see them because they have more toys than we do. They have more of white folks' toys, as David Banner says. So we feel like they are in such a different space than we are. Well, nah. They can say something wrong and then boom, all them toys will be taken away from them too. I just think we as people, we don't see it the right way. And I think a lot of the times we'll just overlook that they're on the corporate plantation too. We'll overlook a lot of that shit. We will. It's facts. But I'm not. And that's why I don't believe in black celebrityism. And I don't care about no motherfucking black celebrity. If you're a black celebrity and you speaking on real shit, about the only black celebrity I got love for is Ice Cube. He only nigga speaking real shit. I'm talking about on a major scale. You know what I'm saying? And he's risking it all. I know that white Jewish community gonna go after him, but I'm glad he didn't back down. I just noticed everybody else around him bucking their eyes and not saying shit. But that's how it go. But that police department out of there in Philly, y'all wrong for that shit. Talking about it's a motherfucking suicide. Nobody's getting in their trunk of their car and climbing in there and just closing it. And nobody's climbing up no tree, Palmdale, and tying a rope and then hanging themselves across the street from the courthouse and don't nobody see them. Stop playing games, man. Y'all just playing games because y'all think motherfuckers are dumb, but we're not. Hey, man, it's time for us to wake up and understand what the fuck is going on and start reading these books. Like I said, because if you don't read them, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to be deaf, dumb, and blind, and you're going to go with the okie doke or whatever they tell you. Nah, man, you ain't got to tell them. Nah, don't even worry about it. You, look, watching the news clip let me know all I needed to know. Listening to the family members and then listening to them, well, the police ruled it. Wait, nigga, what? Did y'all just hear what they said? She had a 3-year-old daughter. What mother? No, stop. No, I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I don't believe nothing that they tell me. Oh, well, she had, was going through a tough mental time, so she just climbed in the trunk of a car and just fucking. And then y'all couldn't find the car, and then all of a sudden, y'all put the missing person out, and then all this news attention, now all of a sudden, now y'all find the car. Now stop. That's what happened go watch that Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix. It's gonna fuck you up, because that's exactly what they did to that brother. In a good old boy town. And I think everybody knew everybody knew each other, and the sheriff knew all the other white supremacists because he was a white supremacist his damn self. Because they didn't even want the family looking for that young brother. And they were like, well, we about to go look for him. And they, not even 10, 20 minutes, they found this motherfucker they found him right there. And they like, well, how the fuck we find him so fast? But y'all had the FBI and everybody out here, y'all couldn't find him. You know why? Because they placed that body right there. I believe the sheriff was a part of it. Said, just give them the body so they can have closure. Because if not, the FBI is going to come back and we don't want them looking at our town. Everybody's connected, man. I'm telling you. These law enforcement with these white supremacists, good old boys in these towns, they all clicked in. That's a fact. That's why there's a white guy who had a bunch of money, who was driving drunk in summer in Las Vegas, and the nigga was driving 90 miles an hour in a gated community and ran and hit someone. He survived and killed motherfuckers in the car with him. And we still ain't heard nothing about him. They keep pushing this trial back and pushing it back and pushing it back until we ain't even talking about it no more. Mayfair is a majority white neighborhood. Oh, then you already know. You already know. Look, let me tell you why I know it's got to be some white supremacy involved in it. Because if it was a nigga that did it, oh, they would be for sure putting that nigga on TV. Oh, this person did it, or this black person, did. Trust me, so they could add to their statistics of black on black crime. That's why they rather rule it as suicide, in my personal opinion. Because if we know, like, we should know what the dominant society, aka racist white supremacist people, are capable of, then everything else would confuse you if you don't know that. I know what they capable of. Just look, they capable of Philando Castile being assassinated on Facebook Live and this fucking race soldier going hysterical, and he's so scared. Who programmed that in a white person's mind to be so scared of black folk? Stop it. So you can say you're in fear for your life and get off scot-free. And that motherfucker, Officer Yanez, is still walking around free than a motherfucker right now. And damn near killed his daughter in the process. Killed Philando Castile's daughter in the process, just shooting in the car like that. She could have been killed. And we watched him die on Facebook Live. Oscar Grant gets killed. Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, Eric Gardner, I Can't Breathe. Alton Sterling, Walter Scott gets shot in the back. And they needed to have a trial. Guilty, nigga. Come on. Then you got George Floyd, who damn near just got lynched in front of his peers as that arrogant ass cop, race soldier, white supremacist, had his hands in his pocket as if niggas don't even exist. That's what they do. So don't tell me nothing about no racism, and I don't see racism, and I don't see color and all that. Stop it. You can keep saying that shit you want, but I don't believe nothing you saying, and I will be addressing a lot of this shit again tomorrow. So I will definitely be talking about Tanika Ballard, R.I.P. to her, much love, power, and respect to her family, and may, like I said before, the spirit of Ogun, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, and Dirty Bookman, and Mackendall take breath in someone's body, in someone's mentality, and they do to those people who harmed your peoples. They do to Tanika Ballard what they did to Tanika Ballard. that's what they need to do to those people that did it and to the race soldiers that's ruling it a suicide. And if you know anything about the Haitian Revolution in 1804, just ask the Frenchmen. There's not a coincidence that our Haitian brothers and sisters in that country is the poorest country in the world. And why voodoo is looked at as the most dirtiest, vile, worst black religion on the planet. That's because they use voodoo, Santeria, Orisha. They use that to get those white motherfuckers up out of here. And that's why I love Jean-Jacques Dessalines to this day, because that motherfucker said, oh, you killed 5,000 of my men? I'll kill 20,000 of yours. Nigga, eye for an eye. That's why, hey, that's what we need to channel. And then motherfuckers will stop doing that shit. Okay, you send a book, good looking. Man, you know all these goddamn phones and shit. I gotta have these phones, man, because that last phone didn't turn on. Here go right here. I still got this motherfucker. If the shit worked today, I'll cut the phone off that I got and turn this motherfucking bullshit back on. This shit is fucked up. So I had to get that other phone. This bullshit. So I had to get this bullshit phone. But I don't want to have everything on that phone because I'm afraid of that shit. You know how they do. Planned obsolescence. You know, planned obsolescence is, what Apple was doing when they were programming the phones to slow down on purpose so you can go get a new one, and when they got busted and outed, they start giving away iPhones like a motherfucker. Stop. So I'm definitely gonna check my email, and I'm gonna send you some books too. I don't want to say it over here. You know, I'm gonna say it on here, but sometimes, man, we're gonna have to keep it esoteric, man. For real, we're gonna have to keep this knowledge of code, some of this shit, and speaking code. But hey, man, I'm gonna definitely be speaking more on your folks tomorrow, and let your folks know, man, I'm praying for them. I'm praying for you. And when I'm praying, I'm not praying to Cesare Borgia. I'm praying to the spirit of Ogun, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, and our ancestors who fought for us. And that's what I'm praying for, and drawing power from them so y'all can get through that, because I know it's a tough and trying time for your peoples, man. So I'll definitely be talking about this tomorrow. I appreciate everybody listening and subscribing. Thank you for all the people that's been subscribing thus far. This channel will grow, and when it grows, it's gonna grow in the right way. We're gonna talk about real shit. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you, I talk about some of my personal stuff. I start telling you about some of my cousins. Hey, I got to. We gotta laugh about this shit. I had my, some family members die from some very volatile situations, and then seeing the court and just seeing how we go at each other, it was just I didn't like that feeling. It was a very eerie feeling, and we're just gonna discuss it, man. R.I.P. to Tanika Ballard, R.I.P. to Robert Fuller. No anti-black racism. And this pandemic, y'all be safe. Understand what's going on. And if any nigga out here going along with the police talking about black folks is killing themselves, guilty nigga. Hey, man, I'm out. I'll see y'all tomorrow around 6. Peace.